Today we will talk about the preparation of the canvas. Before gluing the canvas with glue, it is desirable to take some thin tool, such as a thick needle, an awl, maybe the tip of scissors. Try to straighten some nodules, which can then rise unpleasantly, climb out, get in the way when you start to do fine processing, for example, faces. And you will have sticking out a knot is always unpleasant, so I recommend performing the following operation. So, in order to remove some unpleasant surface irregularities, you can take a needle. You can try to pull out the knot, or if it does not come off, then try to weave it in, squeeze into the structure there inside. This is how we push the surface becomes even and uniform. Not necessarily all knots. Maybe only the biggest ones. Therefore, we carefully align them, as if we are pushing them there and level the surface. So here. So we minimize all slides, bumps. There are some that can be smoothed out a little. Now, if it's already long. Also, if you try, push it there, it levels out a little, it becomes not so actively high. It won't interfere as much. Of course, here on the edge of the canvas it is not very important. Those knots that are somewhere in the center are more important or closer to the place where it will be, for example, the face or something else that you want thinly and carefully paint on a flat surface. You see, when we look under such light, here we see these irregularities. And there are some we can just kind of tear off, and what remains is slightly aligned. Thus. And so the entire surface, as straight as you need. It is clear who loves a very clean, even, he can even out all the bumps. To someone who paints more roughly, pastely, this may not makes a lot of sense. But when you do this procedure, in the end you will get satisfaction from your even and beautiful canvas, on which nothing sticks out, nothing interferes with the realization of your ideas. This is how we process it to the desired evenness. And so, here we have prepared the surface for gluing. Here it is smooth. Now we need to take not a large sandpaper and rub it lightly in order to fluff the top layer of the fabric. Fluff the threads from above so that the glue contacts them and a uniformly glued surface is obtained. And so our canvas is ready. It is lightly sanded and can now be coated with glue. As glue, we use food gelatin, prepared as it is written on the package, that is, about a glass of water per tablespoon of gelatin. Put all this, it will stand and swell, then warm it up a little while stirring, it will melt, in a sense it will dissolve and then leave to cool in a cold place. And now, when it has cooled and acquired such a jelly shape, it can already be applied to the canvas. To do this, you can use a knife, spatula, or a large palette knife. We take a knife. And now we kind of rub it into the pores of the canvas. And so on until the entire canvas is covered. Here. When the entire canvas is completely covered, now we need to remove the remaining glue. Put in a bowl.
To make sure that we do not have large residues anywhere, you can wipe it with the palm of your hand. Well, the first sizing is ready. Now you can put it, for example, until tomorrow, so that it dries. And then lightly sand, make the second sizing. So here we have the canvas dried out. We made the first sizing, the canvas is dry, now we will do the second sizing. First we take sandpaper. Not very rough and slightly pass from above to smooth out small imperfections. Now the canvas is ready for gluing. We take prepared gelatin as well as for the first time. Put the gelatin glue on the canvas. So jelly. It makes no sense to try to cover the canvas with gelatin when it is still warm and more liquid. Seems to be more convenient. In fact, no, because when it dries, then it is not clear why such humps and waves form on the canvas. We don't need this. Therefore, we take such an already frozen gelatin. In this form, it is well distributed, and when it dries, it acquires a smooth, excellent surface. With such movements with a knife, we again cover our canvas for the second time. We will do 3 sizing. Cover 3 times. When the canvas gets wet, it sags a little at first, but when it dries, it stretches again. And we continue in the same way. As if rubbing a mass of gelatin into the pores of the canvas. Here we are completely covered with the entire canvas. Now we need to remove the remaining glue in the same way as the first time. You can shoot it on another canvas if you prime another one. Here you have removed the remaining glue. The canvas is ready to dry. If you plan to use side surfaces of the canvas and write them down to continue the image on the side surfaces, then in this case you can also glue here, for example, a couple. Once. I won't do it today, I don't need it. Here. Now we put this canvas to dry again until the evening or until the morning. It is preferable to dry it in such a horizontal position. If there is such an opportunity, it must be dried horizontally. Well, in the same way we will cover the third time. It will be glue. Well, after the second gluing, our canvas has dried up, and now we are doing the third gluing in the same way as 2. Lightly go through the sandpaper. Now we can start gluing. Take gelatin, a knife, and begin to evenly distribute over the canvas. rubbing into the canvas. We will do 3 sizing of our canvas. Here the canvas is completely covered. Now we remove the remnants. Well, here we have finished the 3rd layer of sizing. We put it to dry for a day and we will proceed to priming. Well, if our video was useful to you, subscribe to our channel, put likes. We will show everything that we will be interesting. Write us. Ask questions. We will be happy to answer.